Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be speaking all about the West Virginia State Quarter from 2005. We're going to be going over the ones that are more valuable than the normal West Virginia quarter if you look closely and find a variety that's only present on a few of those coins. There's also some conditional rarity just for really good shape coins that were well struck, as well as potential errors during the actual process of creating the coin. Something goes wrong at the strike or with the planchet. We'll be covering all of that in a comprehensive review. Let's head on over to the PowerPoint and get right into it. So here's our West Virginia statehood quarter with the New River Gorge and the bridge above it, a neat piece and landmark, but I want to sort of get started and think about, like I had mentioned, the varieties, then conditional rarities and errors. In terms of the varieties, they're not the most pronounced, but there are going to be a few double die obverses. This one is a slight spread below the bottom of the earlobe, sort of in that $2 to $10 value range, maybe a little bit less up top because this one doesn't have a super strong spread, but it is, significant and prominent doubling. I think the next one is a little bit more noticeable, but not enough where the value is really going to increase too much, still in that $2 to $6 range, but you can see this one more of a southern spread. And then the last one here also not too crazy from the, normal, sometimes you have a earlobe that's like a much well below the main one, but here you're probably going to need some sort of magnification assistance, which could be good news in the sense that less people are probably searching for it. And this one is on the Denver Mint quarter, so this means that it could be really on any West Virginia quarter that you come across in your pocket change or coin roll hunting, so there's always opportunity to find a more valuable variety. Now in terms of the conditional rarity, I generally don't recommend submitting them, but PCGS Mint Stage 68 going to be about $2,000. That's less for the D Mint quarter, but those are basically flawless coins, and then not much unless you get a specimen 70 grade, which almost never happens for the satin finish, and same thing where there's not much value on the clad or the silver proof quarter. In terms of the errors though, I think this is a really nice example. $780, a nice lustrous reverse clad layer missing, where the quarters and the statehood quarters generally have this, where it's a 2 nickel stocks for the planchet are sort of binded around 1 core copper stock, and then sometimes they run out or just somehow don't have one on one of the sides. It's much more valuable when it's the reverse that's missing, and in this case, $780. I'll show you in just a moment. Here there's a little bit of a die break at around 4 o'clock on the reverse, sold for $230, which seems pretty high, but the die breaks right here, it's like a little bit of a cud, and in this case people really paid up for it. So just a reminder that really on any coin you can look for die breaks. I think that there's a few in the state quarters, and maybe I could do a video on its own just talking through some of the main cuds that are found on coins, so that is something to look out for in the future. And then here we see even though it's higher grade, much less valued missing clad layer because it doesn't quite have that bright lustrous surface that's attractive to collectors. In the first case, this was a $190 sale in 2019, so really interesting. I think that there's plenty of things to look for. Fun that it's both on the Denver and Philadelphia Mint coin, and can be found there. So it'll be fun to see if you or somebody you might know through this video is able to find one. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like the video, comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and some other social media platforms. You can also go to my main channel website, treasuretownYT.com, to learn more about the channel and sort of stay in contact. I also will eventually host all of these videos on coinsmetalscards.com, which will be both news, marketplace, and coin information. I do have the goal of eventually getting pretty much every US coin, date, mint mark, denomination on the channel with a similar video to the one that you just watched, and that will likely all be hosted there. And then I also have treasuretowncoins.com, which is sort of my coin dealing wing, coin dealing only entity that is a little bit less focused on content production. So thank you so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos. I also have videos that are not just the date, mint mark, denomination recap in this format, so you can check some of those out, and I'll have fun seeing you there.